Good morning. It is Thursday, April 4th, 2024. Let's jump right into it. ULTA. Make a couple trade yesterday on ULTA on this crash. Boy, that was nasty. Okay, and could I have been more patient to put on my first trade? Absolutely. Okay, so let's go real quick to the 1 minute chart to show yesterday. Yes, pre-market it showed weakness, right? And I waited for the first 30 minutes or so, right? So I saw this, I'm like, okay, look like it's come back to the range. I can place my first trade. I should have waited longer, right? Because look, the rule is 30 minutes, right? And I broke the rule when I placed my first trade here. 17, 18 minutes in, and as always, a lot of time when you break the rules, you pay for it later. Now, if I place my first trade at 10 a.m., wait 30 minutes, sure, it looked like a right play until lunchtime, right? And then from lunchtime on, it took another leg down. So yeah, still, it would have been about. Now, what trade did I do? Let's go back to the. All right, I did a 435, 430 spread. Now, why did I pick 435? Right there. Okay, I pick. Let's, you know me. Let's draw in the zone. I figured that level there is an area of support, and it is, okay, but I'm playing it tight, right? So give or take, right? On this low here, you're talking 430-ish, right? Just like that, right? So that's why I did a 435, 430. And then, of course, as the day worsened, I did 425, 420, even 415, 410. Yeah, even that was getting me plenty of juice. That's how crazy it was. But altogether, I did 5 spreads with the first one, of course, 435, and then I did two 425, 420, and then two 415, 400, 410, 410, 415, 410. I mean, yeah, 5 altogether. Not really all that concerned. I think if the 430 depend on what it's doing today, I might even add a 6 one. I like my odds here, but that was ugly. Uh, can it fill the gap? Where is the gap fill? The gap fill is 427.8. That's why I did 425 to 420. Now, if I waited until 10 a.m., I probably would have never done the 435. I probably would have done the 425, 420, and all 5 spec would have been down there, right? But it is what it is. As always, I try to advise people to avoid the first 30 minutes unless it is a big gap up. If it's a big gap up in the first 30 minutes, trim. If it's a big gap up in pre-market, trim, right? That's had been the constant reminder. Big gap up in pre-market, you have to trim a little bit. Big gap up in the first 30 minutes, you have to trim. Big gap down in the first 30 minutes, you should wait, okay? And I make the mistake of jumping in a little bit early yesterday. I don't think it's going to be a complete disaster, but we will see. There's still 48 hours left. Well, give or take less than that, but by Friday 4 p.m. LULU, the previous disaster of last week. Remember, I bought a little bit on a dip, sell some put spread, and then I got stopped out on this because I didn't like the way it looked. Well, I'm glad I did that because it now struggling to stay in support. Remember this gray zone that I drew? I'm telling you, on your own chart, start to do the zone and you will start to believe in the zone, okay? Um, this was a zone of resistance, as you can see, many times in the 5 months, 6 months, and then it broke out and then it came back and now it seemed to have a hard time staying in there. Now, where would I sell put spread down here? If there is juice, 355, 350. Okay, that would be the highest spread. I want to set myself an alert. If it cannot bounce back into the zone and go even lower and test the low of yesterday, oh boy, okay, oh boy. All right, I'm gonna put in an alert right here to look below sell spread right there. Okay, so right now in pre-market, it's all over the place. I don't pay attention to that. Just like in ULTA, pre-market looked okay, but we'll see when the market open. But for now, if it break below the low of the day yesterday, then perhaps 355, 350 spread with 2 days left to expire might be doable for lunch money, right? Ideally, I would do 350, 345 just to be clear of the ref low, right? But for now, that's the play on LULU. Well, if you didn't trim or get stopped out, my condolence, okay, because that was a nasty drop from the 450, 460 level. Hey, 15% drop, that's nasty on any stocks, period. Nothing to be happy about that. I'm happy for not getting caught in it, but ugly. Now, IBM. I've been watching IBM and I have ordered in to start to nibble. Okay, it's getting to that area that I think is worth adding. Um, did I add? I saw a put spread on this touch, but I have ordered in to nibble a little bit. Ideally, where's my put spread? It's very tight because I don't mind buying the share. So, I believe it was like 180, 175. Because yeah, to me, that's the area of consolidation in the low 180. Yeah. Depending on what's going on with the market, I might sell another one next week, like say 184, 180, something like that. Of course, the big gap fill here, right? Which is 174.76. So yeah, the big gap fill is gonna line up pretty nicely with the 100 MA next week. So yeah, that would be a beauty, but that's a lot of wishful thinking. But as always, all MA will be revisited sooner or later, right? So for now, 50 might be good enough to add a little bit down to 180. Yeah. So I would say my buy order, I believe, is 185 down to 180 with the put spread already in play. And then, of course, the gap fill at 175. And then wherever the 100 MA is, I will start put in an order and revise it upward along the way to get into IBM up here. I do like IBM. Out of all the old tech, I like IBM the most, Cisco second, and Oracle third. Let's end this on Intel. Ugly news yesterday. I did buy a little share, not a lot. Okay, not a lot. Just basically the same amount of share that I had on this pop here. On this pop right here into 43 plus, almost 44, I got out. Okay, that was on this move here. I bought at below 41. I got out almost around 44-ish. It was like a $3 plus move. And I say, last Thursday, I said out of here, even though there was a small amount of share. And now I'm back in. Now, I did sell put spread 39, 36, okay, using the 200 as my protection. Okay, look, it held last time. And if it doesn't help, that's okay. I wouldn't mind owning 100 shares here. The next area of put selling, 38, 35. Okay, so that's where I am playing with Intel. The news, not bad. Well, it's bad, but I don't think it's anything news. Okay, just like ULTA. Yeah, they were not very enthusiastic a month ago on their earnings report. So it's kind of silly that the stock behaved the way it did after earning, and then to get dumped yesterday when they reiterate that the consumers are soft. Anyhow, that's it. Good luck to us today. It's Thursday. We'll see how the market behave. Look like for now, pre-market, look like there is a little buying effort going on with the SPY and the QQQ. Oh, by the way, before I go, I did put on a bear spread on USO, so we'll see how that will pan out. Of course, it is a month out, but hey, if I see profit next week, I'm closing it, right? For those that follow me with the bear spread play since December, just because I sell it 4 weeks, 5 weeks out, I tend to close them pretty early all the time to make money, instead of like sitting there holding the gain for 3 weeks and then see it evaporate, because the market tend to go where? The market tend to go to the upper right. So don't be greedy on the bear play. Take your profit quick and fast. Okay, people. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.